Much as we wish they wouldn't, bad things happen in our lives. For that reason, we are here at the Children's Room to talk to Deborah Rivlin, Education Director at the Children's Room, about how to deal with those situations when bad things happen, how to talk about them, how to process, and how to behave.
We don't protect by not giving information to children because it's not a matter, are they going to hear it? The question really is, who do you want them to hear it from? And we say the trusted adults in their lives, their parents, their teachers, people in their lives, so that we can clear up misconceptions and misinformation. And so it is beginning with the simplest basic truth. Doesn't mean you give every detail. It's based on development, developmentally, where a child is and how much information you would give. But so the way I like to say it is, you don't have to tell everything, but you don't want to change the story. You don't want to, say, oh, it was an accident when in fact if it wasn't, and you have to go back, because we want to build a solid foundation of trust. I often say that whatever the age, whether we're 3 or 103, if we have a gap in information of what happened, we want to know, we fill it in.
Right, we're going to fill it in
And we don't
ourselves.
want, and young children to fill it in with their imagination, which is usually much worse than reality. Not just young children, all of us, when we have to fill that in. Children till about the age of 5 or 6 don't really understand permanence, so it's not unusual for them, it makes total sense to say, I know they died and they're not coming back, but they would never miss my birthday. That's sort of
right.
Together. I think it's very important that we use the words like, not euphemisms like lost, so if you say to a young child, we lost Uncle David, what does that mean to them?
Right. They're thinking very literally.
Literally, like, can we go and find him? Or why is everybody crying and not looking for him? So we want to be able to use words like die and death, and having a definition of what does it mean, certainly with with young children, and keeping it simple, knowing that young children are going to ask the same questions over and over and over and over again. It's not that they're not hearing you, they're trying to gain mastery over what does this mean. Because they don't understand permanence, the very young ones, they will, be looking, they may not, sometimes parents go, why, they don't seem sad enough. But I think kids being included instead of excluded really helps children. Sometimes they appear cold and crass, but what I want to say to all parents and teachers working with this age, don't think of them that's what they're feeling inside. So sometimes I say about this age, they're like, the duck on the lake that appears one way, but what's happening under the water, their feet are going, so we have to really be careful about not judging and being open.
For Arlington Public News and here at the Children's Room with Deborah Rivlin, this is James Milan. Thanks for joining us.